читать, прочитывать, прочитать, дочитывать, дочитать, почитывать, почитать. Читать, to read, imperfective. The stress is on the second syllable, and this verb is conjugated like a regular verb, the first conjugation. So in the past tense it's читал, читала, читала, читали. Я читаю, ты читаешь, он читает, etc. Я буду читать, ты будешь читать, etc. For example, я люблю читать. I love to read. Я люблю читать на русском языке. I love to read in Russian. Когда утром я читал газету, я вспомнил, что мне нужно позвонить на работу. When in the morning I was reading a newspaper, I remembered that I needed to call to work. So we use читал here because we are talking about a process when I was reading. Раньше я читал часто, а теперь я читаю редко. Earlier or in the past, I used to read repeatedly, often. But now I read rarely. Он читает медленно. He reads slowly. Она читает быстро. She reads fast. Я не буду читать эту книгу. Она неинтересная. I will not read this book. It's not interesting. All right. Прочитывать, прочитать. Imperfective, perfective. Well, this verb means to finish something completely, to read the entire thing completely. To finish something, a book, etc. To read an entire book or any kind of text. It's conjugated also just like any other regular verb. The stresses are here. Прочитывать, прочитать. Прочитать is much more commonly used than the imperfective version of this verb, but I'm going to give you examples for both anyway. So let's start with the imperfective one. Прочитывал, прочитывала, прочитывала, прочитывали. Я прочитываю. Я буду прочитывать. So it means to read, but with the additional meaning that you read the entire text, yeah? В молодости он прочитывал по 10 книг в месяц. В молодости, when he was young, he used to read completely 10 books a month. Сейчас он прочитывает по 5 книг в год. Now he reads completely 5 books per year. Well, this form я буду in the future, I think it's used quite rarely, but anyway, I think it's possible to say something like он будет прочитывать по 10 книг в год. He will read completely 10 books a year, maybe when he will use some new reading technique, let's say. Maybe rather, I should say 50 books maybe in this case. Дочитывать, дочитать. Also imperfective, perfective. And this verb means specifically to finish reading that you have already started, to finish up. I guess you would say in English, to finish up some reading, some text. To finish reading that you have already started. All right. A very commonly used verb, especially the perfective version. Okay, let me give you again imperfective, and then we will go over all the perfective verbs. I'm gonna give you these 3 imperfective first, then we will work on perfectives. Дочитывал, дочитывала, дочитывали. Я дочитываю, я буду дочитывать. Когда я уже дочитывал книгу, вдруг мне позвонил друг. Okay, and we can put full stop here. when I was already finishing the book, maybe I was on the last page, suddenly my friend called me. Ты пойдешь гулять? Will you go out? Сейчас я уже дочитываю. Еще минутку. Yeah, one moment. Сейчас here means like, usually it means now, but here it means one moment. I'm already finishing reading. Just 1 minute. One more minute. Интересно. Что он подумает об авторе, когда будет дочитывать эту книгу? It's interesting what he will think of the author when he will be finishing this book. Alright, and let's add the last verb, почитывать. Okay, почитывать, почитать. Imperfective, perfective. Pa prefix works with a lot of verbs, and here it means to do the action of reading for some period of time, for some undefined period of time, but usually some small amount of time. Basically it means to do a reading session, to read a bit. To read for some short period of time. I can put it this way. Again, the perfective verb is used much more commonly, and imperfective verb, I think, is used with additional tint of meaning, suggesting that you read in a kind of a as a leisure, maybe just as a relaxing. Let me give you an example. Okay, first the conjugation is again absolutely regular. Почитывал, почитывала, почитывали. For example, пока он почитывал газеты, мы работали на фабрике. While he was casually reading his newspapers, we worked, and it's implied kind of we worked hard at the factory. So he did that repeatedly and in a relaxed way. He didn't do any hard work, and we did. So it could be used in this context. Почитываю. Как ты проводишь свои выходные? How do you spend your weekends? Отдыхаю, почитываю газеты, смотрю фильмы. I rest, I read casually some newspapers, watch films. Скоро у меня будет отпуск, и я буду почитывать дома любимые газеты. Soon I will have a vacation from work, holidays, and I will casually, in a relaxed way, read my favorite newspapers at home. Alright, so I hope these meanings are clear. Let's add perfective verbs. Conjugations are absolutely regular. Прочитал, прочитала, прочитали. В этом году она прочитала 20 книг. This year she read completely 20 books. We're talking about a result, so we have to use the perfective verb. No present tense. Ты сможешь прочитать статью завтра? Will you be able to read the article tomorrow? Oh, sorry, maybe this would be an example with an infinitive. Maybe I'll write it here. So, will you be able to read the article tomorrow? And this means that you will start. We are asking whether you will be able to start and finish tomorrow. Read the whole thing entirely tomorrow. And the answer could be да, завтра я ее прочитаю. Yes, tomorrow I will read it completely. All right. Я прочитаю ваше электронное письмо, когда приеду домой. I will read your email when I come home. Okay, now дочитать. Дочитал, дочитала, дочитала, дочитали. Вы уже дочитали роман? Have you already finished the novel? Нет, еще не дочитал. No, I haven't finished it yet. No present tense. Perfective verbs don't have present tense. Я дочитаю, ты дочитаешь, он дочитает, etc. Я думаю, что я дочитаю роман через 2-3 дня. I think I will finish the novel in 2-3 days. This sentence suggests that you're reading this novel now, and you have been reading it for some time already. So it's very important to learn this verb дочитать, because very often foreigners use прочитать here instead. Я думаю, что я прочитаю роман через 2-3 дня. And that doesn't sound that natural. It's much better to say дочитаю. Alright, and let's add finally почитать. Почитал, почитала, почитала, почитали. Что ты делал сегодня? Я позавтракал. Let's add actually утром. Что ты делал сегодня утром? Я позавтракал, почитал книгу и пошел в магазин. And then narration continues. So what did you do today in the morning? I had breakfast, perfective verb. Perfective. Почитал книгу. It means I had a small reading session, so to speak. Read for some period of time, did some reading, yeah, and then went to the store. And then we should continue the narration, because пошел means you just set off to this store, and we don't say anything about returning, yeah. No present tense. Future also is absolutely regular. Я почитаю, ты почитаешь, он почитает, etc. Мы сегодня идем в театр. А ты? Я не знаю. Я, наверное, буду дома. Почитаю что-нибудь. We today are going to the theater. And you? Well, I don't know. I perhaps will be at home. I'll stay at home. I'll read something. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.